man. I appreciate it.
Like you said,
Angel Masterclass, maybe. I think they just need one map and then they're back. I agree with what Doombro said on Plat Chat. And they get that one map? Not sure.
They still believe
Heretics comp, playing like Heretics, relying on the camera. Gentlemen play the same comp, know that they're always going to have this camera, so they insta go hunt it and break it and create pressure in middle. Why is this camera so good? So you can spot people's feet over towards middle, so you don't have to worry about mid. It's a nice reaction pushing down towards A. Well, that's a weird move from Takas, no? Wait, that's a weird way to handle this.
And well, one thing there's always been a piece of this.
And the tank might have just saved them for this.
30 seconds, a complete reposition.
Yeah, and they go to the other side. Absolute nightmare for Shao.
Although they're going to take their time rotating back, there should be a realization relatively soon. Bayaz already tagged up, so definitely an opportunity for Shao. Himself a reveal and a shock dart left. Eventually, it's going to be probably the plant now that actually gives things away.
Is that how I say that? 2 months with the prime. Thank you so much. I'm just going to call you Mel. Or Mellow. Maybe Mellow.
That's quite a run.
Thank you, Mellow.
At least no one lurking around to take him down up close. Standard B main post plant from mates. Bayaz low, opportunity. The recon from Shao could maybe get the information he needs.
Melon? Nah, we don't.
Quite spread out.
We're not allowed to talk about Melon rounds yet.
That's going to run
until we see it.
This clock. Be blessed if he could get it to half, but Bayaz is the one watching that. Here comes the reveal. Player behind is low, and he has a shock dart, but going for the half, sticking it. He's got it halfway. Now he can try to take the fight, force them into open combat. But
very nice, especially to Natank here. I mean, winning the double duel over towards A was everything.
But he's on the board, 1-0.
I like the reaction from Navi,
and
I like the pistol from Gentlemates. Just instantly finding that camera just creates a lot of pressure and kind of making it harder on Navi.
At times, I think we can say that they've looked impressive. Like even in series, I talked about last week, they won Icebox when facing up against Heretics. That's a huge.
That's an overbuy.
Like, this team sometimes can look unstoppable.
So we'll see if they decide to get an outlaw for any of this. They got a new recon. The recon that actually goes towards the back instead of the one that goes close. Camera. Everyone with this camera does a trap play.
A chance for Zipan to do some serious damage. Actually, Bayaz is tagged as well. But they are just going to opt to pivot and move away from this.
And it's a perfect call.
Yeah, I like this from Whalers though. He's taken so much space. Did they expect him? Probably not.
Pushed up on A, already getting them a little bit of control. Whalers lurk, catching massive value. 2 quick kills, and that should put this one to bed. A Bulldog saved by Zipan. Picked up. Now he'll try to use it to thin out the economy of mates.
Realistically, throwing it outside of the map might be the play, but
to go down, and we'll get an upgrade if they find the kill, pincering him as well.
He needs to get 2 to get the guns out of there. Yeah, because now this guy can just pick up the gun and then they save them all.
The Bulldog too. That is a solid second round from Gentlemates.
Yeah, not bad. Keeping it nice and clean.
You pull the guns.
Going down either,
let's see if they buy an outlaw.
The most important piece of these sort of rounds, especially when you have a couple of pistols. Even better than that, the tank has managed to get the Hunter's Fury online, so that's going to be a huge piece to the puzzle now going into their bonus round. And the thing is, it doesn't even look that much like a bonus. You're talking about 5 rifles and
small disadvantage, but even then, depends on whose hands it's in. Those
okay, well, we get no outlaw, but they have the ult to make sure that they can snowball this, so we'll see how heavy they rely on it. Drone is pretty scary at the moment. Surely you don't use a drone to clear mid when you got ult. Had your recon.
The space taken in some of these rounds from mates has relied on causing those over rotations in the early
Oblowski, thank you so much for the 19 months, man. I appreciate that.
They won't get away with it quite as easily this time, though. NAVI much more content to hold their choke points, and well, Sagetsu's the first to draw blood.
Yeah, kind of hated how Gentlemates approached this one. Not gonna lie to you.
We haven't seen the Sugetsu of old. Like, this was a guy that was absolutely tearing up EMEA and the international stage at times. I still remember his arrival.
Gorilla on top, dude. He was he made an appearance here yesterday.
Ended up with the trophy. The fact is, it hasn't been the same player. But if he can get back even close to where he was before, I think this series will be theirs. And that stands for a lot of players within this team. Angel, aggressive, no surprises there. The smokes will be gone, but
I mean, Artis can definitely win this one. Do they think that one person was holding down A? But if they got all of this control, you should imagine there's someone. Well, that is an incredible play on this one. Cage up, they get the AWP, they ult, they see the guy over towards side. Gonna get the
smokes go
plant
down,
with
the
this.
spike through to the side. They just need
No
to defend it
way.
long enough, and Cat
No
is done.
way, bro.
Three
No,
kills.
man.
The 30
This
had
is
no
a
right to. He
disaster
was
from
low,
Navi.
but the wide swing caught them off
Holy, hey, they
guard.
played it well though, chat.
What a
They
round
played it
even needed in the last round.
unbelievably well.
No, it's still
Oh
here
boy.
and unlikely to be dispensed in a round like this. Lots of weaknesses for the defensive side. Pistols, Stinger in the hands of Artis. Gentlemates, they might look like they're taking a bit more of a
Dude,
direct
if
approach from the
Navi
players that
actually
we're
lose
watching,
this,
but we definitely have Whalers and Cadaverous still
I
spread
feel like this
out,
whole
casting that
split
wide
2
net
needs to be
catch
studied.
any aggression that comes out of Navi, and it's very important to do this in the early rounds just to keep Navi in a position where they don't feel like they can get aggressive. Even their A-hold, which is the most advanced piece of information they have, sees Angel put down a one-way, but then play way back. Obviously, they've only got pistols, as like we said last round. They're
Potato
more keen to
feet.
take
Hello,
those
mate.
fights on
Thank you
choke
for the
points
prime.
last
Thank
round
you for the
with
11
rifles.
months.
Now that you don't have them, you kind of have to just deny space and
Thank you so much for that.
concede it when it's challenged until you've got the numbers. For all their trouble, they've got the numbers on B. They're ready for this push.
Trip causing maybe a little bit more trouble than they'd be hoping for, and Sugetsu
They got
is going to manage one. The pop flash, not bad, but it doesn't catch everybody. Sugetsu still making this one that little bit more costly, and now has Angel to support. Again, though, with him so desperately low on HP, there'd need to be more of a mistake. And in this 1v2 scenario, he's going to need some pretty immediate shots. So he's going to use the ult. I don't mind it. Neural theft will at least give him a gap.
They think
Try and take a little bit of extra space.
They think he's backside because of where he used the ult. Now, though, they're starting to realize the timing's good from the wrap. Spotted and 26 HP. He's lucky to still be alive. As look has ran out in the end.
Gentleman's gonna be happy with that one.
4-0
Got the ult
for
out of him as
Gentlemates.
well.
More rounds going their opponent's way, and they don't have that ult economy.
Okay,
You wanna
another
fight for
buy
those
round
rounds.
for
You wanna get them
Navi.
early,
They
but a
bought
map like
into
this
it.
can
They
be
can't
difficult,
buy the
especially for
next
the
one. They
defenders.
had a
Always gonna
timeout.
be out in the open, more likely to take them away,
Gentlemates have an ult. I didn't like how they
it's not gonna be
used
worth
their
risking your whole
drone for the
round
other
plan
buy
on,
rounds,
it would
but
be
they
nice.
still
It
have
would be a
it.
convenience to at
8
least
cage
have
over towards middle, but
those
they
safety
should
nets
know
to
that
fall
the
back
camera's
on.
still
Instead,
here.
it's mates, the team
But
leading
this
that have
this
that
at least
Hunter's Fury
blocks.
post
Oh,
plant
what is that?
danger, clearing out corners, especially on a
Ah,
map
I don't
like
think you can see
Sunset.
over the top of the
Lots
cage,
tight
but maybe.
laneways that you can blind fire that down. And we've seen
Okay,
it
they go for a
increase
punish over
blind fire
towards
Hunter's
middle once they
Furies as
realize
late.
people are taking
Lots of
middle.
utility
Yeah, I
expended
mean,
to
the
try
Omen
to
can
get
just
Cadaver out of
TP out of
position, but
here.
all it amounts to is a shrouded
Whalers
step, and
wins
as
the
they
duel
attempt
top
to
mid.
punish, Zipan gets dropped. This is a failure of an early fight for Navi, and Gentlemates read that with the advantage, group up, and hit the A side together. All 5 in that choke point now.
Yeah, and there's not really any information. Angel seems aware that they could have wrapped back around and no presence shown in mid since.
Oh, it's a great knife.
Could be good. That knife is going to get so much. 4 players. This is everything for Navi. They know,
Dude,
but it
Artis,
doesn't
come
matter.
on, man.
Fairs is going to hit the shot
Artis,
anyway, and
you
now,
cannot be hitting a
with
knife
Artis
there
left
with
in no
4
man's
solo
land,
walk into
it's
the
still
site. There's
just
no way that's
Angel
your decision.
Alongside Xiao, Paranoia is going to slow them at least a little bit, but again, it doesn't matter. It's just disjointed. Finally, we see something from the side of Navi, but it's left all onto Xiao. Finally, onto
What is
and
oh
he's
my god,
given a
I want
chance.
to delete this round
This
from
is
my
the thing with
memory.
this man in clutch scenarios.
I want to
You may
delete this
doubt
round from my
Navi
memory.
At this point. You can never doubt
Holy
Xiao.
hell.
Already the dart will reveal. No, it won't.
Like
It won't
4
reveal
misplays in
Whalers,
the
but he
space
knows
of
where
10
he is
seconds.
anyway.
Oh, what a shot, bro.
The shot on the jump.
Oh, okay. I want to remember that bit.
Sometimes, maybe most
I
of the
want
time at
to
the moment,
delete
you
the
can
first
doubt
10 seconds and just
Navi,
remember
but
that
you
bit. That
never,
was sick.
ever
Nice shot.
doubt Xiao.
Now put some respect on this man's name. What an incredible way to put a round on the board for Navi.
Oh boy, they go fast with it.
for them
There's
to
4
get their
people that
first round,
can't
but
buy
it is
next
just
if
the first
Navi
round.
lose
A
this, so it
costly
would
one
be
at that, and look
6-1,
at
you would
Takas.
imagine.
He's already gonna
We
claim the
have
space
4 ults for
immediately.
Gentlemates. They instantly
And
get
for
over
the
towards the
side
A
of
site.
Navi,
If they get onto site and they
this
use
time you have to
KO
show the respect.
and then they can delay it again with a knife, you would imagine that Navi can't
Spaces
retake
conceded,
this.
They fall back, but you know the thing is they've got some ultimates of their own. Mates have built up.
When
almost
does
all
the
of
ult
theirs.
get popped? Knife just
Takas
went
is
in
just
now.
burnt down. Hunter's Fury still there.
It literally all down to the KO.
Yes, ready to counter out a lot of the utility on the way back through.
There we go.
There it
I
is.
think it's done.
It's called now, and this is going to delay Hunter's Fury even thrown through, and that's what I'm talking about. Those little choke points, narrow passageways. Hunter's Fury lights it right up. 3 players ready to swing. Cat is the point of contact up top. He's already seen a few.
Yeah,
and, they're ready
and
to
all he
fight
has to do
towards
is
the
just
spawn.
delay
In
for
fact,
another
smoke
6
goes
seconds
down,
and he's got a
and they
knife.
get close. Spam battles. Leaves Cat a little worse for wear.
Good after
but still
palm
no
positions
ground
as well.
taken by Navi. They need to wrestle for control, and there's too many players. Angel all alone. 1 versus 3. Time ticking quite far, and the big swing, even the wall banks to
Okay,
take
well,
him down.
that was a good
Takas, and then that immediate
Oh my god, we're popping ults
use
into
of the
the
ult.
post.
Same going to be the case here.
I don't mind about the NAVI. I don't mind about the Neon ult, but the Sova ult on top of it, double ult for the eco.
I mean,
The good reaction from Gentlemates to 3 to firing line, right? 3 of them.
Their ultimate on Neon, run into a site, take the space, force them back. Here on the defense, they try to do the same, backing it up with a Hunter's Fury, but it's blind. And there weren't players there. The players shot on B main were too far away to be connected on. Now, what's the late round plan? Weak weapons. Not a lot you can really do when it comes down to open duels, and that's all that's left to play with at this point. Takas even has a flash in there. It almost caught Xiao, who has managed to recover a Guardian. He did just have his 4K, but not even one to add to the tally here. The flash saving Takas.
Gentlemates kind of...
Like, there's 2 players through the walls that have just been tagged.
They need to not overstep too much, yeah. Looking at the low HPs. Or one in the low HPs to do too much.
I don't think Angel's getting a kill.
Hey, that's very nice, man. Everyone's surviving. Yeah, it's like the most perfect round they could possibly have got.
On that half. They didn't.
It wasn't like a 4-round kind of. Okay.
No, but yeah, they played the 12, and it is going from bad to worse. You could see that this is again. They're just this snowball team, mates. The second they get confident,
it's just a 50-50 duel, and I think that is the big talking point. Like Gentlemates. Like that, if we just do a pure confidence level right now, I mean, Gentlemates will be up here, Navi will be in the absolute pits.
In the early stages of these rounds.
Yeah, he really hasn't been a factor to be feared by mates. Just something that feels like they've got under control.
How did Navi fall this hard? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It needs to be studied.
For mates, a lot of information given to their opponents there. 2 players.
It just feels like morale-wise, mental-wise, they are defeated.
Rotation from Navi, 3rd player, Xiao, now arriving on scene, but they'll be watching out on middle, keeping that control. I think the lack of a trap this round really hurt them, but Alcada was able to walk through that smoke for the opening pick. Confuses me, confounds me, that's for sure. Smoke down on B, they'll try to play the fake like this, but I don't know that Navi are going to move.
It's very disjointed. That's my only worry. All the players
the one-person fake over towards B. Is they have this trip up, they don't need to rotate.
Saving grace is they're sat quite far back. They'll be
10 seconds left.
Without actually having to
get a plant. I like this from Bayaz. No over steps. Yeah, buy some time for your team. You can maybe spam off of that.
Also goes down. One of the best opportunities for Navi since Xiao pulled off an absurd clutch.
I'll be good for 2 here though, right?
This has been spotted. I don't know if they know the position
yeah, look at
of
this, done.
just yet, and he's managed to swing in, but getting onto this defuse, impossible. It will be a 2nd round for Navi. Come on, mates.
I mean, shout out to Xiao getting this.
He's been playing incredibly well. I would say a lot of it is again just that firepower that he brings seemingly to any agent. You put him on a Sage, he's still going to frag. Put him on that Raze, Neon, you name it. He's still going to be up there on the board. I guess similarly to Xiao.
They pressure over towards B main.
I think that's one of the more.
We still got this camera that has full info over towards middle. But at the moment, this is good for Navi.
Less consistent. I'd also put Cadaver in there, actually, for what we've seen from him so far in his first split.
Yeah, Angel needs to be careful because they got Sova ult, so it doesn't want to be seen by it.
Some of these closer corners.
That
again,
incredible knife hits 4, everyone but Whalers.
A lot of information off the back of it. I did not expect him to get 2 there.
He's done his job. He's got his 2. Zipan's even in for 1. Oh, no, he's not. The tank's left on 37 HP. An easy cleanup, but Whalers given a chance to clutch this one out. They might just do it again.
Why are we playing like that?
6 and 2, looking to put 7 on the board, and only Sagetsu stands in their way. A trap that's going to reveal his position. No,
wait, he jumps it? Did he hear?
Whalers knows that his opponent is just around that corner, biding his time for the strike, and there it is! But a few bullets, 1 bullet shy, in fact. Just 5 HP. But it's enough.
We might see them just try and take some early presence.
Not in for it after that.
I have been denied.
Pretty sure knife hit 2.
The knife's connected.
Where's the actual money? I mean, it's still not great. Like, 1 loss would make them eco. Their loss bonus is so high that these 2 are fine, so.
They move up, creep into A main. Players holding mid as well. The B site, you know, this is where we see Navi take a bit more control. They've even put a recon through, which I think was almost a ruse to get Angel to pop someone's head, but no one's there. Navi have that read. They know the space on B is open.
A lot of the times when you do this kind of setup, don't actually play anyone's side.
It's Gonna be pressure on
They
some
might
of these
not
players to get their
know
runs and get out of
Zipan's
there.
here.
Still a trip. Oh, they just walked past it. Again, it's
On a
Zipan
tank
lost.
is just
His early fights have been
mastermind.
massively unsuccessful.
Good omen
Now
flash.
that utility has
Wow,
expanded
man.
Sugetsu.
But
Tries
it's
to
just
get
like
ahead
he's
of it
going
and
in on his
instead is
own.
lost
Do you
and-
not want to try?
This was caught with a nade out. Eventually he goes down. It took a little bit longer than expected. But again, fighting back into this is going to be desperate. I think both players have been spotted. Xiao trying to reclaim some space, but this afterplant is a solid one. He's going to do a little bit of tickle damage to Takas, but not anything to really make him fret. And the second he goes to swing, there's a multi-swing from the other side. It leaves Angel to try and do it all. He's hoping that they all peak at once, but it isn't going to be the
He
case.
does need to save
And
really,
Mates, well,
because these
again,
three
a
are so
comfortable
wrecked
round
money-wise.
to put them up
1-9
to
on top
7.
of it. Why
Even hunting him down. By the looks of it, Takas wants to take that weapon out of his hands, and
no.
he's done it too.
one of the
Pretty
worst
much
like
everyone. It's
basing
crazy
I've
'cause
seen
Navi
for
are basically getting that in for
ages.
every round. It's like there are 4 on A. It hasn't helped.
Everyone's just sending it solo.
Especially Mates showing in the first couple rounds, the conditioning of being able to take the space and then hit the other side. It's always risky to overcommit it. NAVI will do that this time though. They'll put all their eggs in one basket, at least most of them. 4 players here, and it seems to only be Zipan that's needed. A lights out start from this man. He's retreated to the spawn, and Cat has taken the space
There's
to
some
find
guns
one
here
more
though.
kill.
Xiao's
The first
sending it.
Mates, and the second it follows through. They're not all going into the smoke one at a time.
They
They
won't be
are,
wanting
but
into
it's worked out.
smokes.
Zipan found that kill, and he can thank his lucky stars, or this one might have went the other way. But now it's a clutch attempt for Natank. 1 versus 3. Zipan might be low, but the others aren't, and Angels recovered a rifle. A tough one with 40 seconds on the clock.
He's been good. I don't know if he's been this good.
Yeah, I mean this is too
The
much.
time definitely playing a factor. Oh, Angel looking the wrong way. That's a first. Zipan low and still hasn't managed to
Getsu should
actually
has the
retrieve
kill.
himself a gun. The timing of the player behind though
Okay, there we
should
go.
be easy
I mean,
enough
shout out
pull off that
to
kill,
Zipan
and
here.
more importantly,
Lovely
get them
shots.
The pay safe card thrifty. Also,
In there quickly to punish it or anything.
No.
You have to go now, right? You got to get ahead of it.
speaking of going now,
Yeah, right in. Takas activated the ult. Fast lanes up to give them a bit more space on the side. Hunter's Fury again. Thrown
Did he hear
through
the
with
trip?
crowd control to clear some of these angles, but Sugetsu's filled back in the space. He's inside the smoke, still looking for a fight while the rest of the team has fallen back. He's in danger.
Yeah, I
when this
mean
one
he got
fades.
over towards the side though. No,
gone.
no one back his sight.
Hunter's Fury available for Xiao.
Did they just
Could
left
use
the
this as a
spike here?
deterrent. Zipan
Yeah,
though
they're
has
just
gone
waiting for him
swinging.
to overstep right
And they
now.
had lined up like a firing squad, looking to just play that post plant. The second it can go in. Already going to be the trade. Hunter's Fury will catch one. A chance for a little bit more.
Insane
I believe
damage
that,
from
was a
Xiao
tag
on
on
this.
to Kadavra.
It's just 3 and 3. There's still
That
50
Spike's now
seconds.
running it down all the way back in the other direction. Angel's
But obviously with
timing is gonna be
Sugetsu's
everything.
ult,
Put
they
up the
knew
one way
exactly that all
to
3 were over
potentially
towards here.
Make them believe that somebody's there. I have a feeling they will not fall for that one.
Thought about it being a mid play. Now the sound cues are there, given away. Quicker rotation coming out of Xiao. He's going to be here. The smoke has delayed them and given him a chance. Using his own smoke and fighting behind it. Beautiful play from Angel, but on the other side of the map, it's been left wide open and Cat has strolled into the house. The open door taken, and the tank
Yeah,
is on
so
his way to
now we
plant
have
that
no
spike.
idea. This is still
Might
a
be
very
good punish
dope round
from
for
Angel,
Gentlemen.
but his flank should be expected, and at this point, they might even plant for.
Good news
the
is they have
defender's
camera
spawn
to
and
check if
fight
they
into these
get
two
close
players
market.
that'll be
We
retaken.
might even
That's
see this
exactly
guy
what they're
heaven.
gonna do.
10 seconds left.
Kadavra. It's how far he
Will we
goes.
beat it, but
It seems like they're aware of it though. A couple of players waiting on the other side. Timing going to be everything. It's Sugetsu that ends up going down. This time, Angel peeks and decides to give it up. Paranoia hasn't connected. And they are completely isolated. A chance to get those 1v1s,
nicely done, dude.
but it isn't going to
5
work out.
5 is fine.
Angel will be the one closing
5
out
is
the
fine.
round.
Shout out to some of the
And from a
individuals because they
pretty bleak
really
scenario, you know what?
stepped up in
Navi
some of
have
these
made it
rounds. Xiao
competitive.
had
Oh
one,
yeah, you know
Zipan had
Marcus
one.
was sweating at 6-2.
Oh,
but
this
now
kind of had one
it's
over
close.
towards
2-round gap, 7 to
here as
5.
well.
Actually, I can
Perfectly
see it.
manageable.
Yeah. No, yeah, there's definitely some sweat on the brow.
It's been tough for NAVI, but what a recovery. This puts them back in the game. Puts the pistol round back as a valuable one, but one that you can let slip and still have the foundations to fall back into.
Remaining.
Happy to
it's
see
a-
this face.
This is where the game truly gets interesting though, because
Attack side.
the one real critique, well, no, actually no, not one. We had a lot.
Xiao having
was gonna
impact
say,
rounds,
yeah.
yeah, and he had good
Critique
impact on this
for
one
Navi
as well,
was their
right?
post-plants. There were so many advantages that they lost that, again, you go back to split one and you're just not seeing. I think even talking about, I think it was one of the maps they had versus Koi, It
The
was a
5,
split
yeah.
game. They
With
lost
how they
2
played some of
1v1s,
those
2
rounds,
1v2s,
I would
and a 1v3
take
to lose
5
them rounds.
all
It's just
day
like
long.
scenarios
No
that are
pistol,
silly,
5.
over peaks, and with advantages
I think
that
that's
they
the thing
had.
though,
So
like the
I'm sure
individuals
that's
are
something that they've
insane
gone
on
into
this
the
team,
workshop and
but we
tried
saw
to
there like some of the
improve in the
decisions,
time that they've
like
had.
2v2s,
We saw in the interview with Angel that it's been
3v3s,
tough.
etc. Like that one kill that
And for the side of
you need to play
Gentlemates,
with your team is just an
okay, their
individual
large lead
swing
definitely slipped towards the
for
end of
3
that
times
half,
at
but
least. Okay,
we're looking to see if
Gentlemate's
they can get
doing
that momentum back
a,
with the pistol.
Gentlemate's doing what Navi wanted to do. Camera to spot middle again. They want to try punish anyone that's going for the camera. That's why they got 2 people in market, because everyone knows that this camera is the
He's
one.
actually facing in. Good spam. Great connection. Artis is down to 13. Spike on its way. And post plan here for Navi should be secured now.
Oh.
We saw. I didn't see that.
Yeah, but how did
We
that
saw a
back?
lot
To be
of
fair though,
issues
the
when it came
curved
down to
wall kind of
individual
wrecked him a
peaks.
little
I
bit.
don't want to see them falling alone.
Let him off at that
in
one.
this post plan. I want to see them fighting together, taking these duels as a unit and towards
Omen
spawn
flash
is the best
into
place to do it.
recon.
It's only
Flash
Cadaver
deep.
here. Good flash.
Oh
Swing
yeah,
is
we
solid,
chat. We cut to him
and
late. He
couldn't
was
see
fully
a thing,
flashed.
But they have managed to drop Zip. I'm not aware. There's so many other players here, and it seems like a flurry of frags will close this one. Bayaz with it all to do and no chances. 6 to
Right,
7.
1-1 for Pistols.
Navi hot on the heels of Gentlemates
Yeah.
now, despite a slow
alright now.
start.
Especially with Zipan being that duelist. We know from, well, I think the Paddy Miniboo probably still my favorite
4
duo
guns, 1 person
those
that can
pop
search a
flash
little bit.
setups. If they can replicate
They
that,
buy a bit too much into this, so again, it could be a similar
good
thing with a
opportunity.
outlaw.
I can't wait to see Paddy and
Gonna watch
whoever his
Paddy the
next duo
APAC
will
playoffs?
be.
Oh, for sure, man.
No doubt in the VCT.
Sure,
they should
for
be
sure.
queuing up, honestly.
Yeah, oh, they should.
Oh,
Yeah, I want,
there's going to be some money on the
I'm
team.
Radiant
so
1 and
excited
2.
for that Talon game.
Give it 2 weeks.
Woot might have something to say about that.
Little tag going through from Zipan, softening up Bayaz. Most of the Gentlemates players don't have anything to work with. No shields, a few
Scooby-Doo,
pistols.
yeah.
Yep.
Check out
Ghost. And one of those
Scooby-Doo's
has already
got-
tasted blood. It was Zipan, dropped the man who had the Bulldog and wanted to get a little bit aggressive. Now they fall back to the main play. Just
Am I a
focus.
believer
Juggled it.
in him?
He's juggled the gun all the
they
way
got it,
back.
okay.
There's no
So they
doubt
haven't
he's
been
an
able to
incredible
retrieve
player.
it, and now Angel has it in his hands. That's a
The
good
only
teammate
question in
right
my
there.
mind is he going to be
Making
nervous?
sure they
That's
have the
it.
guns, but anything more is costly. And while anything more than this is starting to get dangerous now already. This was
Well,
4
you hate to
rifles
see it.
invested. They've already
But
lost
here we are.
one. The question is, do they lose the round? The spam's going to make things awkward, but they're keeping their advantages. And to get to a good teammate moments
I mean,
ago,
this was nice,
juggling,
though.
now
Yeah,
he's
this was
gonna
much
clean up
better.
every single kill.
At least we were all
Big round
together,
for
we're
him
spamming nice and
to move up that
early, we know
scoreboard,
that they're
but
trying
more
to
importantly,
get good
it puts
util.
Navi
Definitely be
level
nervous
eight.
for your
They've got
first
the
game
rifles
being
out. This is their
the
chance
whole
on the
year of the
defensive
team
side.
you've
And we saw an
joined
attempt at some
below them
aggression, but
against a
smokes
team
up
that
from
looks
both
really good
sides
right now.
Seem to have deterred it. Mates resetting. They haven't got a lot of mid control towards the top of mid, but the tank
Yeah,
is
I wouldn't be
watching the
surprised
door.
if the new
Little
guy
off
for Talon
angle, and
is nervous.
If Navi go too far,
Imagine he's
it could be a
not
free
though.
kill.
It's very interesting to me that you've got Zipan,
That'd be cool.
the one without a gun in this round. So he's going to be playing the Ghost. I can only assume that means they're almost going to just send him. Yeah, it's literally, he's going to try and swing every single angle, and then the only goal is for him to be traded. If he gets a kill, fantastic, but chances are slim. I will say again, nobody having the full shields on the other side means that Ghost a little bit more prominent. Look at a headshot, body shot.
Nice from Navi. Take early control.
But as said,
We
his
have a
only real
smoke
goal
to
is
make
to
sure
get
that this
traded.
drone isn't going to get traded.
Yeah, we want to see how this
Right, no
Neon
one's going to push this smoke
grows
as you're
into the
droning.
second half, because the first
Question
half,
mark over
it
towards
didn't
here,
work.
question
Defensive
mark over
aggression was
towards
punished time
side.
and time again.
But I think
Utility
Gentlemates have a
didn't really
good
get
idea, because
to
why
where
would
they
you
needed to
smoke
be, and
this
it
if you
felt
actually
like for
wanted to
opening
take
duels,
this?
I don't know what the numbers are, but I don't think they're great.
I mean,
for
honestly,
Zipan.
it kind of makes sense, because
This is
no,
the
it's
round
fine,
where he
it's fine,
pops
it's fine.
off. This is the round where a
Because
teammate
you can
trades,
take
as
side
said,
and you
but
don't want people
let's see if
to
they get
sting
the
you anyway.
opportunity. Whalers up close, great damage
That's
done
fine.
by Zipan. Makes it doable. Artis on for 2, and Navi up on the board, it seems. Natang tagged very low, and 3 players holding him on the fight. Good trade by Kata. Makes it doable. It's a 1v2 for him, a manageable scenario. Paranoia not going to be thrown through. and
I
that's
mean,
his
sick
mistake.
round from Artis here.
Swinging in.
got
I
some
think it
really
might have even
important
been
duels
choked in the
bonus.
last second, but yeah, it didn't
There's-
catch. An early push, and it's Takas dropped. Zipan looking for more, doubling up perhaps, but Kata manages to
He wanted to
evade
send
with some
it.
tricky maneuvers. Although he's not going to get too far. Stuck on the A
Yeah,
side.
this
Here
is
comes the cavalry
much
straight
better,
around the
though.
corner for easy
Love that he
kills.
didn't send
Well,
it,
Zipan must
waiting
have
for
heard
his
me,
team.
because half his kills were from the Sheriff. That
Not
stat
getting
no
an
longer
eco
holds
today.
any water. He's now got 9 kills on the board, and looks like Navi might just follow suit with 9 rounds.
Yeah, I can't see a world where
Phasing is back.
get back
Yeah, it
into
wasn't
this
this
one.
one.
the big thing will be that economy boost.
One enemy remaining.
Oh.
Also more of a confidence boost. As said, Zipan's gone from what, 2 and 10, a nice shot from the tank. I heard a couple of people calling for the ace. Well, there is still one on. A little bit tougher to hit.
It might be harder to land this ace, yeah. I'm not going to get behind it just yet.
How many more? How many more does he need for you to
Two.
believe?
If he gets 2, I'm in. 100%. All right, well, that seems to be a little easy. Let's see the next one. They're double swinging out on mid. He's hit him to 1 HP. It's getting... How's he got a rifle? How's he got a rifle?
I was going to say, how's he allowed to do all of
I think
this?
Xiao was lining up the greatest shot dart of all time.
Crazy good.
Start again.
I mean, they could have evened that. No one. Actually, let's lie. They could have evened it out a little bit.
Has it gone too far? Like Zipan has just walked straight up into top mid.
Like this, take pressure over towards middle, block vision, walk all the way through as well. That kind of block vision in multiple areas. And Ardis gets the entry as well. Dude, this is a sick round from NAVI.
Oh, sorry, Kadavra. But Kadavra's just fallen back and Whalers has gone down.
Yeah, now they're very much boxed in.
Yeah, they create so much pressure over towards middle. Like, they could have inserted anyone. Like,
back to a 2-2 split.
all
Zipan
of these
awaiting
positions,
the entry
really.
and market, and he's popping off. This man has warmed up, that's for sure. Looking for a 10th
what a sick round to bring this one
2K
out.
might
This was really,
secure
really cool.
The other players running for the hills even after the trade. It's just not worth competing for. NAVI, they found double digits. What a course correction this has been. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tom. I feel like I'm delusional. It was 6-2 to Gentlemates at one point. They were winning every duel. It didn't look like they could make a mistake. Xiao out of 4K, and that was one of the only 1v4, sorry, 4K, and it was one of the only signs of life of this roster. What has happened? Who are these people?
It's like someone whispered in their ear that, hey, you know, the single elimination.
6-1. Yeah, it is peak. It was 6-1.
This time. Like, oh, I'm in. All right, well, I'm back in the server again. It's very peculiar.
To
their
take
normal
that space
A
to
push.
cover the mid push,
But
and
actually,
Kata
this
TPs
guy gets close and spots the spike.
In front of him. It's
That's
there.
weird.
Oh, you've been done, Tom. But it's right there, right in front of him. And a chance now to lock this down. The flash.
Oh, the flash hit the bottom of the stairs, but he was so sure it was going to get him. It's a nice replay from NAVI, though. It was so on top of the fact that they pushed over towards middle.
Maybe it was a plan. They put the spike there to trip.
Yeah. It's like bait. You put cheese out for
what
a
you
mouse.
didn't realize is
NAVI back. It's been a very good attack side.
And that's how he calls
Their
that
defense really worried me.
Artist.
But
Another kill on the board. Oh, okay. I was going to say
really what
it's
happens when a
individual
compliment.
peaks, but that one's worked out. Payas gets a double, has support this time, but the spike has been retrieved. They don't really need to beat this. They definitely don't now. Sugetsu, he's going to be the bodyguard.
help from
And he's going
Sugetsu.
to defend.
Yeah,
leaving
everyone's
just
here,
one
man.
Standing. It looked like for a
Everyone's
second,
here doing their
Mapes
job.
rounds away from doing it on their opponent's map choice. Ascent up next is a map I'm sure they'll still be very happy to play in well. There's definitely no lack of confidence on Zipan.
I mean, it's a really good fake right now.
There are 4 players
Look at them, we got 4 of them here.
The rest of NAVI are not even on this side of the map.
Yeah, they just commit 2 people. They've both been seen over towards here still. I mean, I like this from Gentlemates. They know something's off a little bit. Big jewel at middle, big jewel on A.
And that's going to be the site completely open.
Ardis hears Ardis wins this
Chaos
round.
players in B main, players pushed up A. They've lost sight of one spot on the map. Look at where Ardis has nestled
Not
his
sure
way
we need
into
to
it.
be
Might not be
aggro
needed, though,
playing
that
like
position.
this,
Instead, traded out for this fight.
we're trying
It's
to
Angel
force
and
for a
Sugetsu.
one-way from
One man might have
Gentlemates.
fallen, but Angel's still up close. Kata does his best to root him out of spot. Okay, a chance perhaps. Still, the number's not with them, but the info certainly is. The neural theft, giving it all over to Whalers and Kadavra. Have to try to take these fights, though. The time ticking down. A flash popped, and a swing is good. 3 kills for Kata. He needs the ace to get this one across the line, and it's a big round for Gentlemates. A much-needed win. A swing on the back. Zipan's avoided him, but caught the bullet to the head. Now up close. The time, the major factor, and he's tried to fake it. The fact that Ardis doesn't go straight forward, he might have won it already.
No matter what, he's a good nade as well. Dude, NAVI have some sick rounds at the moment.
5 chances to put their first map
Really
win
good
of the
rounds.
season on the board to break a massive, a monumental.
So dominant every single attack round at the moment.
Not the best.
Do I prefer this format or do I like Last Chance
They used a
Qualifier?
lot
I'm
of
not
it.
the
That's a
biggest
big
fan of
start.
Last Chance Qualifier,
Zipan
man.
has
It
been
just
a
it's
menace
insane for viewers. It's
in the last
insane
few
for teams because you still
last
have
7
some kind of
rounds.
belief.
Maybe-
The storylines are
9
incredible.
rounds.
Like we just look at
So,
Crew from last
him
year.
being gone
Like
early,
Last Chance Qualifier is arguably
maybe that could
the
be
best
turning
tournament
point.
other
And it
than the
needs to be.
Masters
They
and the
need 5
Champs.
in a row of their own.
Like
Again,
it's
this is
so
just about
hype.
Gentlemates edging out a victory. It has to be clear. It has
I'm
to be
the biggest
concise,
fan
because
of Last Chance
from
Qualifier.
this
I think
point
it's a thing
forward,
to watch.
They need to do it 4 more times.
And the fact that
They picked off
you're,
Zipan to start
even
this
though you
round, it is a
mess up
good
a
start
whole
indeed.
split, still have like, even though it's a gauntlet, you still have like a,
put that plant
still have belief.
Sometimes you'll see this when there's rolling thunders, even maybe a Hunter's Fury to deny plant and try to fight on the back of the ult. They don't have that on mates. The only ultimate there is for Takas, and I'm not sure that's going to help a ton. Paranoia used already by NAVI. Some utility expanded, but the fight trying to isolate Zagetsu.
I really think it comes back next year.
He falls back with the pressure, ends up taking a duel on mid, and now they can reset.
Oh, they're in such a good position.
Strong post plant on B. It's very hard to deny, and a late flank always in the back of your mind with Zagetsu lurking around.
But they know he's middle because he ulted this ball, so they
the
should be
positions
expecting
of
him
all
to
of
be
these
here.
players.
Like
They're
Taka
gonna
should
have
be turning.
absolutely no
Guys,
clue.
he ulted the body.
Already gone. Taka still hasn't turned. The tank is trying to defend.
Think about where the body is.
The fact is they're so focused on just trying to clear that man out, and in the meantime they're getting picked apart. It's left on to Whalers. His time
Hey,
to
dude,
try and
what
ace
a
it. It will
impressive
not be
attack
the
half.
case.
They had a lot of new
10
strats.
rounds in a row for NAVI.
Yeah, they were selling
And a
fakes
10
everywhere with
streak broken.
either sending people in or the
Taste victory.
Neon